Well, we don't want you to have a meltdown Monday, and we don't want you to have a meltdown during the holidays either. For a lot of you, this Thanksgiving season might be the first time in a couple of years you've really planned an in-person event with family members, and a lot has changed in the last couple of years. Perhaps you feel like there's divisiveness in your family. So how do you solve it? How do you get through it? Todd Kane is joining us. He is the architect of diverse, equitable, and inclusive culture. She's also an author, a motivational speaker, and he, in his own life and in his own way, has dealt with, I know you have, Todd, these issues of people who have emerged in your life with different points of view, and it really can take its toll. So as we go into the holiday and people begin to gather, how do you confront that issue?
Well, thanks for having me. First off, you just have to confront it head on. You have to think diverse, think equitable, and think inclusive, and it starts right at home. This is a great opportunity to have people around the table, where a lot of these things could have been dealt with and taught a little differently earlier on in life. But that doesn't mean we can't step back into it now. So we have 5 points to talk about.
All right, but when it comes to some of these social and political issues that people have taken a very firm stance on, others judge others in their lives. People judge others in their lives. That this is an issue of moral character for some people. They can't get past it, even though they love their family members, or there are people in their lives that they've loved to a point. They've drawn a line in the sand, and it really has created a lot of divisiveness. Do you say to them, "We're going to have dinner, but don't talk about politics"?
Yes, it's that simple. You can talk. It's just about stepping into this space of love and gratitude and peace. You know, this is a time to come together. So you say, this is what's not on the menu. And then you make it fun. I have some ideas to help you do that.
Okay, so give me some of those ideas. Let's talk about some of the ways in which we can gather without these issues coming to a head.
Well, first off, be inclusive and invite everyone, even the opposing views, and just say you're invited to step into this space and not talk about these things. These things are not on the menu. And then expect people to say no. And if you do, then set up a computer, set up your phone, and invite them anyway. Just have them phone in and have them be present.
You say you need to steer the conversation. That can be a lot of work. When you in this culture we live in now, if you step into a social situation and you are the one steering conversations and trying to avoid these sort of pitfalls, that can be a little stressful. What's your advice for that person?
Well, we're creating opportunities. Have a little bowl in the middle of the table, and actually have a little sign on the wall that says "not on the menu" or "sorry, kitchen's out of this." And if you mention these things, you got to go to the bowl. But in the bowl is a question, right? In the bowl is a question that says, "What was your favorite online or Skype outfit? Did or did it not include pants?" Or, right? Or simply just have a name in there, and you pull out, and you say something that you love, missed, or respect about that person, and just keep it going.
So you literally, what you're saying is, be just completely upfront and forward and say, listen, there are people here with different points of view. We know that. Let's not go there, and let's have fun with it if it ends up there.
Yeah, I think when you step into a place with integrity, with love and intention, it's very difficult for people not to meet you there, particularly in an event like this. Take advantage of this situation, you know, and step into it, and then lead by example.
Yeah, and in doing all of that, you show gratitude. You find those things about the people around you that you love, and you focus on that. And finally, you say use your words. What do you mean by that? Have we covered that by saying communicate effectively and be upfront?
Well, we have, but I think you need to say lots of "I love yous," lots of "I've missed yous," lots of "I appreciate yous," you know, and also talk about the things that you miss. One of the other things was connect generations. This is also a very important thing. You know, not everybody's going to be here next year, and we've learned that. Mm-hmm. So take an opportunity to join the grandparent and the grandfather, right? With the hashtag first kiss, first job, right? First time you held me. And then also set aside a little place where you can sit in video, right? And talk about, hey, why'd you move us to Iowa? Or when did you come out? Or what was it like when you first met grandma? You will be glad that you got those memories.
That is so good. Great advice. And I feel like the Thanksgiving dinner could almost be an exercise in how we should live our lives fully moving forward and deal with some of these issues that may not be going away.
Exactly. You know, when you share a meal, you're really sharing love. And to go back to that basic thing about being together, we haven't been together for a while, literally and figuratively. You know, there's a lot of distance between us. Let's bring it back to the simple things. Be grateful, be thankful, share your thankfulness, talk about what you're grateful for. Also, too, I think it's interesting, that you're showing gratitude all the time. You can have a little post-it note, right, on everybody's plate. And the first thing to do is write down what I'm most grateful for. Before they sit down, they put it on somebody else's plate. So hearing someone read those words is also going to remind us that we are more alike than we are dissimilar.
Love it. Great stuff, Todd. Thank you for giving us this guide to a better Thanksgiving and hopefully better relationships, stronger relationships moving forward. We really appreciate it. Todd joining us live this morning from Phoenix, and you can check out Todd on his website, IamToddKane.com, also on Facebook and Instagram. And I really think that was some practical good stuff.
Well,
I mean, you do have to, it's a shift in how we're used to doing it, but I think it's necessary.
I agree. I wish he had a printout for those questions, or for the, you know what I mean?
Like a guide.
Make that as a free download on your website, IamToddKane.com. Because
Todd, are you listening? You're getting advice from experts here.
Because I think that would be something that would draw people to the website. Then you would print it off and put down the questions and say, well, I'm not the one that came up with these questions to dig us out of the political hole here at Thanksgiving, but Todd did, and he's an expert.
Or when this segment's posted online, just share it with all your friends.
Yes.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
But I do love the idea of a printout, and I love that post-it note on the plate. So Todd, thank you. And again, you can check out his stuff on his website, and we're going to make sure he has a printable guide for you.